spring break. Please welcome Aaryan to the stage.
Hello guys, spring break. Spring break's a time where people relax, go on vacation, or just play video games, and most importantly, have fun. My spring break was interesting, and it all had to do with one topic, and I'm gonna announce that now. Drum roll, please. Police. Police? Aren't they supposed to be scary, and aren't people trying to avoid them all the time? Well, lucky for my family, we had 3 police interactions with spring break, and I'm going to share them with you guys. But first, let me set the scene. Something really scary happened to our neighborhood, and this was like really scary to everybody. A robbery happened to our neighborhood, so everybody was taking extra precautions, and a car got stolen at 6 a.m. in the morning, so everybody was really scared and taking extra precautions. There was even talk going around that we should have a fence at the entrance of the community, or put cameras at the entrance of the community, and everybody was taking extra precautions. So let's start with the first incident. It's a normal day. That's a common theme you're going to see here. It's a normal day. And my brother's at a class. I'm home chilling, watching a movie. My mom is helping one of our family friends that borrowed stuff for a puja, and my dad's picking up my brother. And when my brother comes back from the class, he runs into our house and yells, "Police, police!" And it's 6 p.m., so it's dark outside, and there were just police lights blinking or flashing on our driveway, and we were really surprised. Did we get in trouble, or is there anything wrong? And my mom rushed outside. And then my mom and dad asked, "Is everything all right? What happened?" And then the police officer told us my dad right there was driving a little bit too fast, and they came to our driveway just to see if everything was all right. But luckily, everything was fine, and in the end, we were all safe. This was unusual because cops don't usually come to your house when you're driving a little too fast. They usually pull you over on the side of the road, so this gave us all a little shock. But this one, on the other hand, the next story, on the other hand, gave us a mini heart attack. So let's begin. It was the morning. My brother, my dad, and me went to go-karting because it's spring break. We had to have fun. So we went go-karting. And when we came back, my brother was playing with his friends. My dad and I were relaxing. And my mom was also relaxing too. And then the next morning, when we were all sitting in the family hall, my mom asks, "Do you guys know what happened last night?" My brother, my dad, and myself, like usual, all asked in a confusing manner, "What happened?" And then my mom told us this. There were 3 police officers in our house last night, and my dad, my brother, and I were all really confused. And she said the front door was wide open, and 3 police officers came in to check if everything was all right. My brother, who was playing with his friends, let people in our house and forgot to lock the door, and due to heavy winds that day, the door blew wide open. So the door was wide open, and 3 police officers ran into our house. One was upstairs, one was on the stairs, and one was downstairs. And we were all really surprised. My brother, my dad, and myself. And my mom slowly opened the door to check who it is, and luckily it wasn't a robber, it was police. And the police officer just asked us to check if everything was all right and if we lost any valuables. But luckily we were all safe. This was extremely scary, especially for my mom because she was awake, and my dad, my brother, and myself were all snoring away. So this was all really scary. But in the end, nothing was stolen and we were good. This third incident is similar to the first one, so let me begin. This third incident is the next day from this incident, and it's the night, and we were all watching a movie. And then we get a knock at our front door, and a police officer shows up. Another police officer? We were surprised. And we asked what happened. There was a 911 missed call from this house, and we just wanted to check if everything was all right. And then we were all confused. Who dialed 911 and what happened? And then, I think a few moments ago, I got a call on my phone from West Windsor Police, and I declined it the first time because I thought it was spam. But then I picked it up because it called twice, and they said, "This is a call from West Windsor Police. Is everything all right?" And then I said this must be some mistake, and I disregarded it. And then when I checked the phone history and who I called in the battle log, I saw 911 dials. And I was like, how did that happen? I wasn't even on my phone. Well, if you guys have an Apple Watch, you can follow along. My brother was fidgeting with my Apple Watch, and if you hold the side right button, it says emergency call, and he dialed that, and somehow it got in. It somehow like ended immediately. So these are the 3 police interactions that I had, all in spring break. But before I end the speech, I would just like to talk about public safety. Public safety is very important, and make sure you guys are always safe. And at night, make sure you guys are always locking your doors. And even like this happened at October, my temple in Robinsville, talking about this, where mayors and law enforcement came from different towns like Hamilton, West Windsor, and Robinsville. So on that note, make sure you're safe. And the best part about this was it all happened in my spring break. Thank you.
He showed tremendous interest in helping his peers get better as well. He would frequently share tips and tricks, engaging in positive conversations, juggling several leadership roles. He loves impromptu, especially debate, and would leave no stone unturned to support his arguments. Aaryan won the Shining Moments ribbon, how many times? 5 times this workshop. And not down there, he won the Best Debater ribbon on top of that twice. So he has a total of 7 ribbons this workshop. Aaryan has now successfully completed the silver level, having given at least 16 prepared speeches, including an outside speech, 30 impromptu extempore speeches, led 12 evaluations, served as leader of the day, debate moderator at least 3 times, and as a coach's assistant once. Aaryan has come a long way from where he started primarily. His enthusiasm, hard work, consistent efforts towards improving both his own performances as well as those of his peers are remarkable, and I am happy to recognize him with a Class Spirit of Success Award for FebMay2024 again. Congratulations, Aaryan. You got very impressive work. Great job. And this is your class completion with all your ribbons and everything. And this would be your trophy for your class 24. So hold it up. There you go.